Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and finding our inner Barack and Michelle.
or Jay-Z and Beyonce. This one was a hard one because I was going to go with Al Green and his ex-wife, but his story wasn't too happy. Then I remembered this is Black Love Matters community, and we have to tell the truth and shame the devil, and we share the good, bad, and ugly. The reason I was going to highlight Al Green is because did y'all peep the Al Green is love shirt from Insecure? Y'all know I got my life. Well, the thing with Al is, so he was married like in the later 70s, but before his marriage, like, you know, we always talk about the woman who threw grits on him. Mm-hmm. But we don't talk about the other half of that. Sis actually committed suicide.
Oh, man.
See, that's what I'm saying. No one talks about that part. We talk about grits and shit.
After she threw the grits on him?
Yes. So I guess he was, the T is, that's like, imagine if social media was out doing this, right? Mm-hmm. It would have been a whole thing. Like, you had to do some digging research because I'm a scholar. What happened was, like, she was married, and he kept saying, yeah, I'm gonna marry you, and you know, he had all these other women, and he wouldn't leave, right? Mm-hmm. And so she came to him and was like, hey, you on some bullshit, you on some nigga shit, I don't got time for this shit. She was on her Issa Rae, and it's like was ruminating and was doing obsessed like, and then, you know, Al Green, I can imagine that he like was like, I'm about to go take a bath, and I see him with a long chain, and then just went and go sat laid in the tub. And she said, I got a number for this nigga. And he was like, what you doing? And she's like, I'm making some breakfast. And she got that hot ass of grits. And then she came in that kitchen and she threw it on his monkey ass. Then when he was getting out, he then went in the bedroom and she had a gun in her hand. And then she shot herself.
What?
That's crazy.
Damn.
No one tells that whole story. We're talking about a Bobby Brown story. Can we get an Al Green story? More icing on that. That's when Al Green got saved. That's when he became the Reverend Al Green. He had Take Me to the River, and he had all these songs. He became a pastor, and that's when he met his second wife. They had 3 kids, but they was divorced, honey, within 4 years. Mm-hmm. But then, y'all don't remember, about 4 or 5 years ago, she came out and said, yeah, I left him because he was whooping on my ass. And I wanted to come out because of the Me Too movement.
The Deacon Reverend?
The Deacon Reverend was whooping on ass. You know, I say that.
Damn, his life could have ended up in a murder-suicide.
Come on. Do you hear me? I say that to share, you know, each one teach one. Be aware. And everything now, it's complex, right? It's messy. It's scary. It's terrifying. All that stuff is Black love. And that's the previous to the Al Green story we don't be sharing. Don't get me wrong. He got bops. You know, we be teasing about that, but that's that man life. We was talking about the Bobby Brown story. Can we go for an Al Green story? Mm-hmm. And he's still touring. I'm trying to get him on to come around.
I can't even hit that.
You can't even hit that. No. You got anything else to say about Al Green or his girlfriend or second his wife? I
didn't know about none of that. I just knew about the grits.
What, you thought it was something funny? No, that was serious. She threw them high, but them grits scalding. No, you can get 3rd-degree burns on them. I know
them little tiny little specks of grits. How to stay on?
Take your whole skin off.
Oh, it's like sand, just hot sand. Just go ahead and
it permeate. Yeah, permeate.
Fuck up all your hair follicles.
Child. So that we got to share the good, bad, and the ugly. Mm-hmm. That's just one of the uglies. Who is you?
Shit.
On that note. I just report the news. I don't create it. I just report it. Okay. Don't y'all come over here. Y'all send some more people then.
I'm Nero.
And I'm Nayan B.
And this is episode 181.
181.
Be sure to leave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher. And follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. That's Black with no K.
All right.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. What's my update? Not much. It's Libra season. Oh. Y'all Libras. I don't know. Sometimes they say Libras mirror like Leos and like attention and admiration too, because a good Libra like attention. You know, I like Libras. Libras are good folks. They're very charismatic. They make people feel as if they're important. Keyword, make them think.
Feel.
Yeah. So sometimes they can kind of, Libras are good at toting the line, right? It's the balance, right? So they're good at, sometimes Libras remind me of like Candy. Well, they be like, make a decision, Candy. Whose side of the fence is you on? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel the Libra season in the air. Fickle, you how you feel about Libras? You don't know much about Libra.
I don't think.
You don't think about Libras? I don't. That's the answer. That's what the diva said. I don't.
I don't. No, truthfully, I'm really not into horoscopes and none of that stuff.
I'm really into
So truthfully, when people like, oh, it's a new season, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hell, I don't even know I'm a Cancer because that's my birthday.
Oh, well,
and you
that's
a Leo,
the reason why.
And you a Leo because of your birthday.
Okay, thank you, Niram. That's how it was figured out.
Yes.
What are you trying to say with that sentence? I don't think you formed that sentence.
What? I don't pay my.
You know it by happenstance. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
But no, because the Libra season come right off the Virgo season. Virgos be funny. My father's a Virgo.
Oh.
Beyonce's a Virgo. Like, Virgos are good people, but sometimes they be too. Virgos are judgy. Virgos are like low key judgy. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. Sometimes they rub me the wrong way. But Libras, I don't know. We go back and forth. What else I'm going to say? You know, I got 2 shout outs. Who sent us that beautiful body butter?
I'm assuming it was Elena.
She sent us this beautiful body butter that, Niram, you just described how amazing it is.
Oh, the shit is good as hell. We got 2 flavors. I'm most excited that, yes, I'm truthfully just most excited that I got something in the box too. Because usually when we get gifts and shit, it's always for Nyambi. Like, Nyambi always get candles and everything like that.
Did this nigga say flavors?
Yeah, flavors.
Oh, okay.
And so, you know, Nyambi always get candles and all types of shit. And nobody never sends me nothing. But she,
my God.
she
Look
was
at that
inclusive.
violin. Look at that violin playing.
So shout out to you, sis. We appreciate it.
It is so good. I want to get the name of it. It's called Shago Cosmetics. So it's SHEAGOCOSMETISC. Mm-hmm. And it's Shago Cosmetic. And I got the lemon ginger scent and the body butter. And Niram got the men scent. Oh. Whatever that means. Oh. But this lemon ginger is hitting. See, I don't even know if y'all can hear how smooth this butt looks.
Why is she over here rubbing her finger on the butter? And
it's good. And it was right on time because I was running low. Like, I'm at the point where all my hygiene products, ladies and gentlemen, I guess I should say, do y'all ever reach the point where like products stop working? And I think all my products stop working except my soap, because Dr. Bonners will never stop working because it pulls every impurity from your body.
Absolutely.
But as far as like facial lotion, body lotion, face wash, toner, like, so I use CeraVe for face cleaner. I feel like that shit done stop. I use the witch hazel rose, what is it called?
No, that rose water.
Thayer's.
Yeah, that rose petal water.
I feel like that shit just water, like it don't work. If for body, I used to use like almond oil or like coconut oil. I feel like my body be like, bye girl. Like, nothing's really working. So I'm at the point where I need to re-up or just try something different. And it's been so long since I've tried different things because I had a regimen and I stuck to it. But y'all know, you gotta just switch it up sometimes because your body get used to it and be like, oh bitch, we got that number. Here coming, we pushing through with a breakout. So I'm trying to look for, as far as my facial products, it's a product line called Bolden Cosmetics. So it's BOLDEN, and it's black owned. It's a black woman, and it's supposed to be super, super good with facial products. So I think I might try it. And they have like this package deal on the cleanser, toner, serum, and moisturizer. And what I like about the moisturizer is that it has SPF already in it, but it doesn't leave like the gray tint for like that black girls get. So y'all know when we usually put SPF on, we make
you look all ashy.
Yeah, we look ashy and gray. We look casket sharp. We look like we have MAC on. And sorry for y'all who wear MAC. And so I'm thinking I want to try. It's a little more pricey than I like. It's a little pricey. I mean, it ain't hundreds of dollars, right? Because if you're talking about pricey when it comes to the hygiene.
Into fruition. Oh, you want the skincare kit?
Yeah, I want the skincare kit for $79, and it gets all 4 products. So that's what I think I'm going to get. I would say it's nice mid-range. So it's not CeraVe. I would say it's very over the counter, accessible, but it's very good. So if y'all looking for a good like lower range, like CeraVe was the truth for me for years. Wouldn't you say, Niram? Like CeraVe is the truth. Like every CeraVe product, I hope I'm saying it right. SERVE. Truth, but it's just not working anymore. And I'm thinking, especially being out here in California, my skin has changed compared to, so I think my regimen was better suited for colder climates or like the East Coast and North Midwest. I don't think I've changed my regimen to match this weather. I don't even know how to describe this. Like, because I don't really wear sunscreen unless I would go to the beach or something.
Yeah, you need sunscreen out here.
But I need sunscreen because I'm walking at least a mile, right? Yeah. A mile to 2 miles. I'm outside and the sun is beating on me, right? Now, like I said, I got that hyperpigmentation. It's on my face. So I really need to find a black girl friendly sunscreen. And I like that the moisturizer in there, like that alone. It's worth the money, so I definitely want to try that out. And like I said, our girl sent us this. Thank you. You always make sure we got Elena's name right, don't you? Thank you. This body butter, which smells amazing, right? And it just keeps me centered on wanting to support like brown people products and brown things. And it takes longer, right? It's harder to find.
It costs a little bit
more. It costs a little more. But I'm really trying to support my people the best way I can. And, if one thing we do is this, right? And I kind of want to stay natural. But also, I'm looking for a new scent. Like, I think I've outgrown my scent because it's to the point where the scent reminds me of the past.
Oh, you don't like Angel no more?
I used to like Angel. I used to like Tom Ford, the Purple Orchard.
No more?
I'm getting a little tired of it.
Oh.
And I always get compliments when I wear the Tom Ford. I used to wear like a lot of Chanel. Like I used to wear, I believe in, for y'all don't know me, I believe in an old woman scent. I believe in one squirt a day scent. Like I believe.
Coco Mazel.
Coco Chanel. I am a fan of Coco Chanel. And I will wear a Coco Chanel to work. Like you just need one squirt and I will wear it to work, honey.
It'd be so strong, y'all.
Shut up. No, actually I don't wear Coco Chanel. I wear either Tom Ford, the Purple Orchard to work, or I'll wear Angel. To work. I like warmer scents. I like men's scents. I love a good men's cologne. I love the warmth that men's cologne have. I'm not into really flowery, clean scents.
You like that bergamot.
Yeah, I like really heavy scents. I like a heavy scent. I like a like nice undertone tobacco scent. Right, low key, I almost like smell like smoke. I don't say like that's the hood in me, not a swish of sweet, but like
a black and mild.
No, the perfect example. Angel has a men's line. They do special editions, and all of those special editions hitting to me. Like it's not one of those special editions that don't be hitting. So if you buying y'all know y'all gonna do it. Ain't many options for men. If you're looking for something for your boo, your daddy, your man, your cousin, look into the Angels, man. But look for the special editions. And don't get the normal one. Get the special edition set. They'll have it like tobacco. What else they had in there?
They got tobacco, orange, coffee.
Oh, that coffee.
They got one that's like a pure shot. It kind of reminds me of. I don't want to say Issey Miyake. What's the John Paul Gaultier?
Oh, that's a hood classic. Oh my god,
it's like a mixture of like John Paul Gaultier and Angel mixed together.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Because I love a scent on a man, and I love a scent on a man in the winter. Ain't nothing worse than a man with a nice comfy sweater with a nice soft beard because he put on some butter, cocoa butter from what's this called, Shago Cosmetics, and you give him a hug and he's smelling good as hell. Oh my!
You trying to give me a hint?
Woo, that's any man, honey.
Oh.
I'm known to give a man. Yes, it is. I'm known to give a man a compliment. I'm known to. If you fit them criteria, I'm like, you smell good. Woo, Jesus, you smell good. And then I ask them, are they single? Because I have single friends. That is attractive. That is what I'm going to miss from fall. Oh my God, you get that nice sweater and it just be, you get in there and you smell it and you be like, oh my goodness. I'd be like Issa Rae in Insecure when she smelled like, yeah, that smelled like him. Would she pick up his drawers? What was it?
Yes.
Oh my God. But y'all tell me, what's your favorite scents?
I'm actually going back through and I know I'm
going back, honey. What's going on?
Because it's been a while since I've been able to
get the limited edition Angel. Don't get the normal shit though, y'all. We telling you, don't get the normal Angel. Get the limited edition. It only comes out. It should be out
once
now.
a year. Oh, they got another one.
Oh, what is it?
So Cryptomint.
No, that's a summer scent.
Tonka. I don't have that one.
What's Tonka?
I'm pretty sure like Tonka beans.
Oh, I'm not sure. Y'all know what a Tonka bean is?
Because truthfully, for me, the Angel men's special edition, that's the only thing I wear. Because it is.
Because he copied off me.
It ain't because I copied off you.
Our scents compliment.
No. I don't know if you remember, like the first time I got it was because of you. Because remember when we was out and that's when like the pure coffee came out.
Yeah, it was sickening.
And that shit was so bomb that every year when it came out, I used to just go buy them because A, it was different, but B, I like the undertone of Angel anyway.
Yeah.
So, with me and everything going on, looking forward to being gainful employed because I need to catch up on some of these scents.
But I'm I'm ready to flip scents, y'all. Like, so let me know what's some good ones to go towards. Sounds good. But thank you, Elena. Like, y'all, you don't understand, sis. This really made my day for the body butter because I was getting so fucking frustrated being ashy. Like, you ever just been ashy and you be pissed? And y'all know I told Neron to pick up some lotion. Where the fuck he get his lotion from? Answer it.
The dollar store.
The motherfucking dollar store. And at first he had me tricked. I was like, oh, this is some good cocoa butter from the dollar store, but it did dollar store things. And what it did, evaporate in 1 hour. I said, why my hands so dry?
Because you
I said, I think they drier than when I got out the shower.
They was not. Lied you tell.
So thank you, sis. You really don't know how this made my day. To the point, that's how I know it made Niram day. Because Niram, like he said, he ain't used to getting no gifts. When he seen the men in there, I almost teased. I said, no, that must be for me too. But I took a shower last night and I lathered all good up with this Shea Go Cosmetics. And after I got in the bed, he said, oh, well, let me go get in the shower too and put on my Shea Go Cosmetics. I said, look at this.
Because you was smelling so damn good.
I said, look at this.
I said, what the hell is going on? Like, now y'all be just like wafted, just all in the bed. And I was like, what is that? I said, well, babe, what you got on? Oh, my new stuff. Oh. So now she over here. Now she over here wafting and stuff. I got the little fan on. She over wafting. I said, well, damn.
He said that ain't that time for it, which just smells very good.
I said, damn. Well, I guess what? I'm gonna go take a shower too.
And it was late. It was like 11 p.m. And I was like, did you even go anywhere today?
Oh, you gonna put on? You gonna take a shower? Yes, I'm gonna take a shower too, and I'm gonna put on mine, and I'm waft right in front of you too.
So yeah, so thank you, Elena, girl. Like, you know, this meant a lot, and I appreciate it. It was right on time. You know, the Lord said He give you right what you need when you want it, when you need it. Because I was just like, Lord, I don't even know no body butter companies. Like, I just didn't even know where to begin. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really trying to watch where I put my money at, and and also I didn't have time to play. You know, because sometimes with our companies, y'all know I support our companies, but sometimes you got to go through a few to get something different. And you know, body butter can be high as hell. And I didn't want just straight up like shea butter or straight up mango butter. Like, I needed them to put some vitamin E in there. I want you to whip it. Like, I don't have time to be playing in my kitchen. Like, I just want to open a container and go. So I super appreciate that.
Oh, they got one that's called Pure Malt. I got that one.
Malt is good.
Because that's the one they soak the cologne and oak barrels. Yeah. And they get like that cognac scent to it. And they got one that's Pure Havane that's soaked in tobacco leaves.
Oh,
and then,
yeah.
And then they got coffee. Yeah, because I'm looking through them. Coffee.
Coffee smells good.
I don't have wood.
I don't know how wood smells.
So it has notes of oak and cypress.
Yeah, but I like warm scents. So I'm especially because it's easier to get away with a men's scent in the winter. I really like men's scents.
You know, we need to stop talking about that. I'm going to edit this out because I don't want all y'all niggas smelling like me.
Let me get to the show. Look, what is this? What a whole show.
Everybody got Angel on.
But you got to get limited because I think, you know, the regular one, that's old school. Angel been out since, the 80s? If not earlier. So Angel is a very, very common. Like, I think you can even get it at Target, but you can't get the limited edition.
No.
At Target. Like, go, trust us, y'all. Go smell the limited edition.
No,
Angel.
you don't.
Don't just get the regular Angel and the little blue. Don't do that. We're not saying that. Be clear. Don't go and be like, oh, there it is at Target, at Marshall's. Let me get this. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the limited edition Angels are sickening.
Yeah, because they're expensive. They cost $90 too.
Yeah, the limited edition ones. I don't think the regular Angel costs that. I think the regular Angel. I mean, the regular Angel smelled fine too, but it's a difference.
It ain't no limited edition.
Anywho, also I want to give a big shout out to Fancy Success. Fancy Success. When I tell you, y'all are my village, and y'all come in and swoop in when I need y'all. Y'all do it all the time. Y'all know Fancy Success. She been on the show. And also, y'all know y'all got to go support her and hit her up too. She got her own blog and Instagram. You know, she do consignment. She do furs. For the folks who looking to get they furs ready, I just go on there and just put her items on my vision board that one day I'm going to go in Silicon Valley just dressed in a badger. And be like her and be gorgeous. But the thing is, she sent me some hair. And she said, you don't have to worry about this no more, sis. I got you. So I just wanted to give her a shout out to say thank you. When you put your needs out there, what your family do? They come in. I'm just so appreciative of our Black Love family, and she is a part of that family. And between her and Elena, like, thank you. Y'all have no idea. So between this body butter, between the Fancy Success hair, and if y'all looking for hair, this real good hair. Yeah. I almost wanted to get on the YouTube. I don't even have an account. I know we got our Black Love Matter account, and I wanted to shake the hair because her hair was better than the hair I got from this girl out here in Oakland.
So her hairline is called Ivy League Tresses.
Oh. Damn, I'm like, wait, how near I'm now?
Because I'm looking at it now. IvyLeagueTresses.com.
I guess Google helps, right? Yeah. So if y'all looking for some hair, I recommend it because it's good from the rooter to the tutor. Do you like? Because at the end, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm just upping my weave game a little, right? So you know how sometimes it'd be shedded and it'd be thin at the top, or it'd be thick at the top, and then it look like little rat's tails at the bottom, or like little you know.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, daily.
Yeah,
It's hitting. So again, if y'all need some help, or if y'all looking to support another Black-owned brand connected to someone else, go check her out.
Yeah,
That's
her
a good
weave is
one.
off the hook.
Yeah, because I know I usually don't be talking about weave lines and nothing like that. Because again, that's another experience I don't have a good experience dealing with. That's usually why I just go to the stylist and be like, whoever hair you like, I like it too, but you deal with them. Because sometimes, you be trying to support these girls with their little hairlines, but then you order shit and then you don't get no confirmation number.
Right.
You don't get no total. One time I always do mine through PayPal, honey. I ain't get nothing. I had to go through PayPal, get my shit back. The bitches just didn't respond.
What?
So, child, that's what
she got a bunch of good furs out here.
Near I'm going through the rabbit hole of looking.
Because I've been requesting a bear fur.
Near y'all know we from Detroit in the Midwest. We believe in killing an animal. What Nia said, we believe in furs, Walmart, and pork.
Mm-hmm. But out here in California, they don't
believe in any of that.
They don't believe in them furs.
They don't believe in furs. They don't believe in Walmart. They don't believe in actually meat. But at the heart, that's who we are. But thank you for that. The fancy success. Actually, should I put the weave on? Just show folks it.
Yeah.
And just shake it, or I put it in my hair.
Either or.
Oh. Here, man.
Just shake it, baby.
Next, the Black Love doc premiered yesterday. Don't worry, on Friday, it's just going to be called The Spoiler. Because I'm going to talk about the Black Love doc. I'm going to talk about This Is Us. I'm talking about Empire. I'm talking about all this shit. So y'all niggas get ready. Lastly, I'm coming to you all for constructive feedback. And y'all let me know if I'm wrong. I'm not on social media, so a lot of times I just look at Niram's timeline just to stay social with America, like just to know what's happening. And I was scrolling on the timeline, and there were at least 2 to 3 people that I seen on the timeline, either from undergrad, grad, experiences that are like receiving. Niram, you tell me if I'm being a hating ass Nyambi, awards or accolades for being like the support of the community. And I'm confused as fuck. Has this happened to y'all? I know through Christ, anything is possible. And people changed. But some of these awards, I then have flashback to who the person was and say, how was this possible? Not today, Satan. Is it me? What's wrong with me? Have you seen any? Have you had this instant where you be like, "What? The keys to the city?"
I think
my nigga, who?
You just mad because you ain't no philanthropist.
I am a philanthropist. I give money every year,
like these niggas are.
Yeah, right.
They didn't went on to be something about them lives.
And I ain't did shit.
You just Nyambi.
I'm just Nyambi. But do you know what I'm saying? You ain't never looked and be like, what is the award for?
Yeah, sometimes I say, what? What you getting? You getting the BET honors.
Nigga, what you done did? Then it make you look at I want receipts on all that. Because I remember us in undergrad and you couldn't even put on a panel.
Right. You getting the key to what city?
They better lock that bitch up. They better get a backup key. I don't know. I've just noticed that. I'm teasing, but I'm not.
She's not.
To the point where it's some people that I'm seriously skeptical of how this happened. Mm-hmm. Or like some of the initiatives that people have or they get behind that I'm like, do you fit that criteria? Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe you can? Shout out to folks who get that part.
I think
or just, and the thing is, I'm not even talking about, so the undergrad stuff, I'm more teasing, right? That was 10 years ago, right? So, okay, folks change. But it's some niggas I know for a fact, couldn't be no more than 18 months ago, was on some bullshit. And now you on the national? You was on my couch. Talking some shit.
On some fuck shit.
On some fuck shit with a capital F.
Niram about to kick him out.
Out my house. And I'm saying Niram don't do that. I think this man, I don't know. That I'm just processing myself. And I'm saying, well, maybe they saying the same shit about Nyams.
They probably is.
But I just am I the only one who's into that? Or knowing they done stole some people's shit? You know that ain't their idea. Like, I want to stand up like the Me Too. Ain't his.
That ain't your idea. I know the creator of that idea, and you plagiarizing. Oh,
because we was all at the table
nigga.
when we talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. It's just interesting. I guess the thing is, I should be knowing these people. I don't know. It's somebody who worked for me who said they went to undergrad with Issa in high school, Issa Rae, and I'm waiting to have lunch with them to see if they got any inside scoop.
Oh,
you know who it is?
No.
The person with the name like me.
Oh, okay.
I told you he was a lying nigga. And he came with receipts.
He got a selfie with him and Issa?
Yeah, they was like friends.
What?
Yeah, or associates enough to get a picture during that time.
You
know, it's plenty of folks that undergrad and high school that I was like cool with, but you know, I'm assuming it's like, you know, they mix with the same circles, right? They might not have been the best friends, but like maybe went to the same parties, hung out and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I said, all right. I said, I need you to get to that premiere.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just think about stuff like that, and I'm just trying to check myself. But
Be nice to that nigga.
But we only 1 degree separation.
Right.
I'm trying to get to Lena Waithe, though. I think Insecure is good, but I think Insecure played way too much for me. I think I can be more realistic on Shy.
Yeah.
Insecure,
because it's closest to Detroit. That's why
I couldn't put up with a lot of this shit. I couldn't even be a good cast. Well, I'm not an actress, right? So they have to play a role. They have to sign a role. That's really just me. I need to. You know when they bring in celebrities and they don't, they just play themselves. If I get on, I just have to be Nyambi. I can't act. I just got to be who I'm going to be.
Be typecast.
Yeah, I just have to be who I am. What?
Are you done with your check-in?
Oh, yes.
God damn.
Go ahead. But have you near him? Is that evil of me?
That is evil of you.
Okay. I talked to the Lord about it.
Talk to the Lord. Because to me, I was like, oh, they came up. Good for them.
And that was not my... What was mine near?
You say, what the fuck? How this nigga get the key to a city? What type of philanthropy he talking about he done did?
That nigga didn't even recycle.
Who got a spirit of what? What the fuck? Damn. You see this?
I'm the person that Bossip and TMZ need to get in touch with.
How this nigga get this?
You know, they always find out one person to be like, so-and-so knew them at this time.
Oh, hating ass Nayabi. How this nigga get the be a meteor darling? A meteor darling.
Oh, I didn't know what it was. I don't know. God's grace and mercy.
How the hell
Blessed and highly favored. He may be listening to the Clark sisters too.
How this nigga on CNN now? Just 18 months ago, this nigga's on my couch. On some fuck shit.
I'm tempted to go in my inbox because, you know, whenever I have events at my house, I do evites. And they got his email to be like, my nigga, is this you? Just confirming. But I ain't going to do that. But the thing is, working in higher ed, you learn a lot of your media darling faves are trash too.
Yeah, they are.
Or maybe I shouldn't say I shouldn't, just in case we ever meet them. They're going to pull this is going to be a recording they're going to pull out on my ass. Are different than you expected them to be. Because I think about, what was that boy, man, who be talking about, he remind me of Michael Eric Dyson Jr.
Which one?
Lamont.
Lamont Hill?
Yeah, cousin Jeffrey.
Cousin Jeff? No, those two different people.
Oh, okay. The one that remind me of Michael Eric Dyson. And he went from being on CNN talking Black Pride, then he was hosting a reunion of Basketball Wives. Like,
who
was he?
What is
was that
name?
Mark Lamont?
Mark
He's the one. I've had a personal interaction with him at a university. And it was very...
Mark Lamont Hill?
Maybe.
Yes, that's the nigga you talking about? Mark Lamont Hill.
And it was just very lackluster. It was just very... Have y'all had... Be clear, he was polite. But I can't even get it out. First of all, the college circuit is trash to begin with, right? Like, so if you're not a musical artist, like any speaker on the college, trash.
Let's put some real shit. Niggas in a suit.
But don't get mad. Like
college speakers just be niggas in suits.
if y'all gonna do that, get your money. Just make sure they give you your money you deserve. But I just think back to those interactions where I be like, what? How did we get here? Morehouse does all this. Can I go? Can I go to Morehouse?
You can go wherever you want to go.
Have you met anyone like that? I know you already want to say too many names, but I have been in presentations where I'm like, and some other folks that I ain't gonna say just in case they ever interview me. But I've seen them in the flesh, and I'm like, wow, that was it.
Met Bruce once.
Nigga, that's a comedian. Okay, what's your check-in?
But that nigga, who else I met? I know who else. I know who about that real shit though.
Who?
Angela Davis.
Angela Davis was very engaging. I think that's the word, engaging, right? Sometimes I get it, they be going so much, but I'm talking about just even your presentation. I've done gone to them and they little 40-minute speeches like, what was that? What was that little hot? What in the Toastmasters was that? Like it was just not good. So. What's your check-in? As Near, I'm saying I'm talking too much.
No, you ain't talking too much.
What's
really.
your check-in?
Truthfully, I ain't got much. You know, I just been on this hunting. Got the prey.
You got the who?
I'm hunting prey.
Oh, I thought you said hunting and praying. I said me too.
Hunting prey. Okay. So you know, just y'all go ahead and send that positive energy out there. I got a couple interviews coming up. I got a 3-hour interview, a 3-hour in-person interview on Thursday.
Wow, get excited.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. But 3 hours though, god damn.
That's all the interviews I go be all day. I be insulted if they don't give me lunch.
Shit, they ain't gonna even feed me.
That's what I said. They need to push it to 4 so I can get at least a free lunch.
They talking about we gonna have it at 1. Motherfucker, no.
Oh, they start at what?
Yeah. And then I gotta fight with traffic and shit afterwards.
Yeah,
no.
that's rough.
Y'all gonna feed me or something? Take me out.
That's what I say. Usually they do like a 10 to 2
Give me
or
a
something
drink
like
or
that.
something.
Yeah, 10 to 2.
No.
You excited about it though?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
Good.
It's for a company that I was least likely think that it'd be a part of.
Ain't that how the Lord works?
It is. It's interesting. So you know, maybe I can talk more about that if and when it happens. But I'm excited about that. Other than that, my day was just filled with like phone screens and interviews.
Yeah.
My resume is pretty much perfected. You know, shout out to some people that sent me some links on places to upgrade my resume. I appreciate y'all. Yeah. And that's about it. That's been it for me. Other than that, just preparing for some races. So I got a half marathon this Sunday, and I got another half marathon next Sunday. So you know, just get mentally prepared for that, and get mentally prepared in a space for that, and physically prepared to doing my yoga and everything else. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, Pillow Talk, what you want to talk about?
Did we talk about this Insecure?
No, we didn't talk about it last week.
Let's talk about a little Insecure. We'll go briefly through it. First of all, this episode caught my attention. I think it's called Obsessed Light because of that shirt. First of all, I love the shirts that Issa Rae wears in this episode. Like, I almost wish she would link where she gets these shirts for because I need to
I think you can buy them.
Can you?
I think you can buy them like the HBO show or something.
Oh, well, I'm going to have to buy that Al Green is Love t-shirt because that was, I knew that energy was starting off right and I couldn't hate it. Like, it reminded me of the album when he's sitting in an all white chair with his legs crossed. I think it's Simply Beautiful. I think that's the album, and it's sickening. But I guess we don't have to go through everything, but we can just talk about some themes. Yeah. Can we talk about this rumination? Yeah. And this obsessing?
Yes.
What is that?
It's a lot. It's a lot.
That's real shit. We all do, and not just romantic, right? Personally, professionally, like that is something we got to work through as a community.
Yes. Because, you know, y'all niggas do be obsessing and ruminating about shit.
When she was waking up and she was having them dreams talking about, oh my goodness, my teeth about to fall out. At first I was like, ha ha ha, the second time. But black folks, why was I thinking in my head, like the numbers books? What that play for when the your teeth fall out? You got to play the numbers, honey.
You got to play the number.
That means you're scared. 238 boxed.
50-50.
That's like not from Detroit. That's what I was coming from. But it was something to that, right? And how it then creates a alternate reality. Yeah. Like, I know we was laughing throughout the episode, but Issa literally created an alternate reality, especially via social media. And that's the scary part. So before the invention of social media, we were doing the other stuff. So, oh man, did he call me? Maybe riding by the house, and we gonna talk about that crazy shit, right?
Right. Let me check my caller ID.
Let me check my caller ID. Let me do this. But now with the age of social media, what the hell?
Right.
Like, you really create whole dialogues and through subliminals and like whole conversations and outcomes and consequences of some shit that ain't even ever happened. And that's crazy. And I was even thinking, like, with the advent of social media and folks following you and stuff, like, does that entitle you to like respond to people? Like, can you use it as a tracking device? Can you be like, well, I see you updated X, Y, and Z. Why didn't you hit me back? Like, is that a legit? Did the kids do that?
Yes.
Really? I know I don't do it. All my friends know, if you want to get in touch with me, you need to call me and leave a voicemail if I don't answer. But a text don't. A text is equivalent to an email to me. I get to it when I get to it.
Nice.
What? This instant satisfaction. You don't got 24 access to me. But what was brilliant? What is this burner Instagram account? Genius. Is that what the kids doing?
Yes. You ain't have one?
A group one? No, that's brilliant because it takes the catfish pressure off one person.
And then put it on everybody else.
That's brilliant. If I was an undergrad, I so would have had it. I probably would have created that with my line sisters. It just had a burner account.
Yeah.
And you niggas are so stupid that y'all fall for it.
They would.
Oh my God, that's brilliant.
Can we talk about how her mom was sending Bible verses in the morning?
That's what my mom do. And then Issa Nyambi. Ain't nobody got time for that right now. May the Lord, what was it, Galatians?
I don't know what it was, but Naomi mama do that shit.
Oh my God. And I be like, Jesus.
Every morning.
May the Lord had a blessing to the reading and the hearing of his word. It was just,
I know I'm going through stuff, but don't see me. I don't need no more motivational quotes. No more Bible verses, damn it.
I know it. I just need to be in this moment. It was a trip. But even like if you take Issa, breaking that down more to how she kind of pulled Molly in and went by the house and was going through this and went to this man's house. Went to his room, went through it, and thought that she had the audacity to break the code to get in. Sis, this is crazy.
I don't say the audacity to think that the code was her name.
What I tell you about alternate realities, especially social media, and how people create dialogues in their head. Right? It's folks out there who be thinking folks having whole ass conversations with them and no one talking to them. Right? Now with the creation of subliminals. Right? And sometimes sublims are real, but sometimes, most of the time, they ain't.
Right. They're just talking about niggas in life.
Niggas in general.
Right.
And how do you separate yourself from that?
I only talk positivity in the world. Be positive to all y'all out there. Oh, you talking about me?
What? No, sis, not you.
Just talking about in general.
But I got one call out for this, though. And this is for us ladies. We got to stop blaming men for all this shit. Towards the end of the episode, remember when Issa overslept and she was in her head and she was talking about, dang, how I overslept. Motherfucking Nathan, that's the reason. Hey, sis, hey,
right.
hey. That don't have nothing to do with him. The energy that you're putting into this, that's all you. His only problem was when you call him, he didn't return you back. That was the only action he made. Now it's your choice on how you respond to that, sis.
My question is why he didn't ask his roommate, hey, where Nathan at?
That's too much grown. What? That's too much like.
Where's Nathan?
Yeah, tell Nathan I'm looking for. I ain't heard from him.
Right.
That's too much like being grown.
Is it?
That's
because
that's what grown people do. Nigga, I'm calling you. Where you at?
Right.
Or I think I will call you. I will text you, give you some time, and then after that, sometimes you just gotta like she did. You gotta delete that shit.
Yeah.
You just gotta move on. But if you sincerely want to know where he at, it's other ways to find out. But I figured right after they said any type of investigation. That the nigga was gonna go ghost. Usually you learn who your two true friends is if it's any type of investigation, police or lawyers involved. Because niggas are very scared of that. So, niggas they
scatter like roaches.
Yeah, they get to scatter like roaches. So that really shouldn't surprise her too much. But it was just too much. But I do think we gotta stop blaming men on some of this shit. Like, our response is how we respond. The only thing we can control about the situation is how we respond to it. And she was on a whole nother level. I can't for this age range. She acting a little. I can relate to it, but I couldn't imagine in my 30s doing that shit. I couldn't. Rolling up at a nigga house. Thinking about going back in. And then even how she was going back and saying, oh, maybe he didn't do this because I did this and I slept with him. Like I said, you grown.
Right.
Fuck him. Like I was waiting for Kelly to be like, girl, fuck him.
Right.
But can we talk about Molly and Andrew date? It went from vibing to they weren't vibing.
I think it was
like they was good at first.
Right.
And then go ahead. Because they say I couldn't hear them off.
I think it was just. I think Molly got a lot of stuff that she don't want to unpack.
No, of course not.
So when that
Molly
nigga
was completely in the wrong on that.
So when that nigga started asking some deep ass questions,
they weren't deep questions. She was just triggered.
Well, triggering, deep, however you want to call it.
They weren't deep at all.
Some conversational ass questions.
Yeah, truth.
Yeah.
When he started asking truthful questions, he was confused. Because why didn't you call? Why didn't you reach out? She was like, oh, I was embarrassed. He was like, shit, like, I like Molly Square. Now we don't got shit to hide about this relationship, right?
Right.
And then what happened? He then brung up this married man.
Mm-hmm.
Or the situation where she was dating a married man. And he was like, yeah, it's complicated. He said, what the fuck is complicated about dating a married man?
Right.
Well, this is me.
And
his like, Asian mama taught him right.
And it's like, well, we got time. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, and she ain't want to, because that's the fucking truth. What about his situation was led on to you?
Right,
sis. I'm Von Zant. This is the truth. He never said he was gonna give all of him to you.
No,
he never said that. He said he'll be with you. He'll make you feel good. Y'all fuck. He'll make you some pancakes.
Right.
But being your forever?
Never.
And obviously the conflict, the big dick energy that Dro's wife was carrying.
Because she knew.
Dro's wife had such big dick energy.
She did. It was humongous.
That she knew. She was acting like the female equivalent to Oak Bar on, what's it called?
Love and Hip Hop. She was. I invest in niggas.
I invest in Dro. Do you want me to invest in you?
Right.
Like.
And she was like so cool with it, like, hey girl, give her a hug and shit. Hey girl, how you doing? I ain't seen you in a while.
But the thing is, with Molly that confused to think that man was gonna leave her, leave his wife for her
after he done told you y'all
and the wife done and their relationship is open.
Yeah, nigga, no.
Come on, Molly.
That's not how the rules go.
And that's why I'm with Asian man. I'm with young Asian. And saying what was confusing about being with a married man. The end goal was never forever.
No.
What did you really think he was going to leave his wife?
The end goal is always hard dick and bubble gum.
Yeah. What you calling there?
Hard dick and bubble gum.
And now that I'm reflecting on it, like, I know she was hard to say she was pregnant, but what the fuck you thought was going to, like,
fucking.
This is what they're moving on in their marriage.
Sperm and
she was going to invite you to the baby shower. Oh,
yes.
This is too disrespectful.
Hell, she probably could have helped planned it. She would have played the cards right. She could have been the good sister wife.
What she need to damn do is tell the truth to her motherfucking therapist. And all y'all do. Because there's some Mollies out there, honey. Tell the truth to your therapist, because the therapist is... have we ever revisited that when her therapist like, who is Dro?
No.
Her therapist... She need Von Zant. She don't need a therapist. She went to Lisa Nichols. She should have went to Iyanla Von Zant.
Or Rhonda.
Should have went to Rhonda, because Rhonda would be like, beloved, who is Dro?
Speaking of that, when is Braxton's Family Values coming on?
Oh, I think that's this week. I can't wait to see it.
Because that's the one with Von Zant on it, right?
Yes. Y'all keep sleeping on Von Zant. She's a truth teller.
Either that or she's very entertaining.
And it's a lot of things that I've come to her on multiple things. So the hairstylist thing I had to come to Jesus about. When the salt hit the tongue, the issues of these people who are philanthropists. Like, I have a whole list of things that when she asked me, what do I want to heal?
My whole life.
And she could be like, give me examples, beloved. And I'm just have to open my notebook and be like, where you want me to begin? The beginning, beloved. Okay, come on, let's get through this. Lawrence and then house cat Chad both get saved.
No. Chad gets saved.
Oh, yeah, house cat gets saved. And then Lawrence, the Holy Ghost is when everybody getting that'd be the worst feeling, when everybody get the Holy Ghost and the Holy Ghost jump over you and you look around.
That's near at church every.
To be like that, the Holy Ghost, but do you want the Holy Ghost? I feel like Lawrence wanted to be touched. That's the thing, because sometimes you go into church, you're like, I want to be filled up, I want to shout, I want to go run.
Yeah,
and everybody running and filled up, and you just there. You was just there. I felt like that was Lawrence.
See, I don't have that part, like being one filled up and shit like that. But
Yeah.
that whole, like, I don't. What the fuck is he talking about?
What?
These whole pop culture references and shit like that.
I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of churches that are too modern. Well, y'all know I don't like hip hop, trap, gospel. I don't like trap gospel music. You know, sometimes a girl from Mary Mary and her husband from Dog Child. Is that his name? Dog? I don't know.
No, my block.
He favored Dark Child, man.
He's not Dark Child.
Who is Dark Child?
His name is Dark Child.
Oh, he favored Warren, who Erica husband from Mary Mary. They not the same niggas.
No,
That's a lie.
Dark Child name is Rodney.
Rodney Jenkins looked like Warren Campbell. Is Warren? Have they been in the same room together? Now Google Warren Campbell.
They not the same.
Google Warren Campbell.
They not the same. Oh, Warren spell his name different.
You know it smelled like a nigga. It probably got a Y in it.
He do.
Now Google Warren Campbell, who do Mary Mary, who also do bops, and then do Rodney Jerkins. These the same niggas.
They not the same niggas. They not.
He do gospel and secular. That's his pen name.
They not the same.
Anyway, what the hell was I talking about? Oh, churches. I don't like trap gospel. I'm not a fan. And sometimes Erica, Tina don't do it. You know, Tina and Teddy, they're on their long walk, but they believe in the gospel. But sometimes, I almost called them Warren and Erica be doing that trap gospel that I really can't get with. What was that last song she had? I love God. Don't you love God? Wait a minute. I do. But get that, what's that DJ Mustard bass from here? I turned it to the old church ushers. Get that away from here.
Why?
I don't. It makes me uncomfortable.
That's how the millennials like to get with the God.
I'll add it to my list that I have to discuss with Von Zant. And like even some of the legends, so I think like the Clark sister, like Kiera Sheard and like her brother and like the Winans and like the younger generations, I think that's really why they ain't really went too big, because they really try to bring this trap hip hop gospel feel. And I like to keep my trap and my gospel separate because I'm on my long walk.
As a DJ.
And when I confuse them walks, I forget what sidewalk I'm going and I forget where I'm going.
As a DJ, it's pretty cool that you can mix both of them together.
Have you seen on Twitter, Instagram when they did Kurt Franklin mixed with it was like stomp mixed with some type of house music?
No.
And the club went off. I can't with niggas.
No, I ain't never seen that one.
You have to Google like Kurt Franklin at the club or something. No, I don't want to see him there, but like Kurt Franklin music played at the club or something. I'm gonna have to find this. And y'all know Kurt Franklin another one to do a good diddy bop too. But I like to keep my gospel and my trap separate. I don't like combining them lyrically. I don't want my pastor, like unless he's young, right? And he can sincerely, revolution. Yeah, hit that. Oh, I'm sorry. I ain't mean to go dead silent on y'all because I remember seeing this.
Is this it?
I think this is it. I hope. Oh. Okay, wait. We don't know who this is. Keep going. Oh, no, this might not be it. We're going to find it, though.
No. Hold on.
It might be it. You niggas. I can't. This is blasphemy. Okay, Nero.
Hey.
And this girl is jugging. Did the nay-nay. Come on,
Hey.
Nero. Come on.
This shit kind of lit.
I don't like all that. It's too much confusion.
What's confused about
It's
it?
too much.
It's a bop.
I know. I'm on a crooked path. I'll add it to my list to discuss with Von Zant.
That's a nice little bop.
It is. And I think it's a different one. We'll have to find it. And we'll link it if we find it. But also speaking, like, I don't need my pastor talking about Jesus is the plug. Like, I don't.
Well,
It's just, I don't need you to do that. Like, I don't need the pop influence in church. Like, if it comes, maybe I should say organically, if it happens, do it. But I don't need you reading up on Urban Dictionary, trying to figure it out, the latest lingo.
strip club pays.
Kurt Franklin. Stop this, Nero. I don't need my pastor on Urban Dictionary trying to figure out. My thing is, I think it's more authentic when, oh my goodness. Are you serious, Neil?
No, oh, never mind.
What?
Keep talking.
I think Neil was, I'm sorry. We forgot we was doing a podcast. I was looking at it. Like, I think it's more when it's age appropriate. So I think back to my pastor back in New England. He used to always say like pop culture references, but that referred to him
because they was old pop culture.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but it came off more authentic.
Oh.
Like, he wasn't talking about some stuff we was talking about.
No, he was talking about old school shit. Like, you gotta ride that goat.
Shut up.
Get that donkey. What?
I don't know. I'm just not a fan of that. And then, of course, Chad gets saved. I don't know if it's sincere or not, because he said that he'll go to church because there's a bunch of bitches there.
And he wanted, I'm saved.
And then now he's saved with his head. And I'm like, I love for everybody to meet the Lord. But it's one of them people where you be like, sir, what did the Lord say to you?
That nigga probably saved.
He probably is saved, honey, as much as he was going through. And then what is the girl who pulled up at the end? Who slid in? Them church women don't be playing. It's like she spotted him from the door.
Right.
What's that mean? I spotted you from the door in the head. And she roll up on him.
Right.
Hey, you come to Bible study?
You come to Bible study?
He said, no, I'll hit you back later. Well, her should have been like, child, don't hit me back unless you go into the Bible study.
You want to go to brunch afterwards?
Bible, this on here, don't even go. Bible study is on like Wednesday or Tuesday night now.
Oh.
It ain't no brunch.
Shit, you want to go to dinner there?
Yeah, it'd be a happy hour. Oh, I don't even think I was be drinking that liquor. But I don't know. It was just a different episode. It was unique. And I also liked how I kind of liked how Issa and Lawrence came together at the end. Do we want them back together?
They're going to get back together.
The energy, both of their energies changed when they were together.
Yeah.
That's still up for debate.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. You're going to talk about this Bill Cosby shit. They convicted him for 3 to 10 years in prison, and he is sex offender.
Yeah. And truthfully, the way the judge talk, he might only get 18 months, truthfully.
I mean, he legally blind. I don't know. Like, he absolutely should have been convicted. And he should absolutely do time. I'm probably talking about two different things. So this thing that Bill Cosby did, he has to pay for his time, right? So maybe that's an aside law. Mm-hmm. But can I scooch that over and say, why is the only men who have to actually been convicted and do jail time black?
Because you know why. The system.
Like, that's really
black.
Fucked up. And the thing is, it's been so many more white men who've been pulled to the front of the congregation has done like what he's done and worse. Mm-hmm. And nothing has happened. Right? Like, that's what I'm trying to keep this separate. Like, Bill did what he did, and he's going to have to pay his time and do what he have to do, right? Yes. Push that aside. But now, looking broadly, when all the rest of the white men going to come to the front of the congregation?
They not.
Only thing we got out of this was kept a bad season of House of Cards. Or I think about Al Franken, right? Mm-hmm. Who was he's in Congress or Senate?
I don't know. He was a Democrat, right?
Yeah, it just seems very biased even with it. So Bill being a black, so let's say everyone did it, right? So everybody I'm about to name is in the wrong, but it seems even biased in the judgment and the consequences that folks are facing. So Bill being a black man, mm-hmm. and none of these other black white men in Hollywood getting, I haven't even seen a hand slap yet, like anything.
Right. Nothing.
I ain't even seen money flow change.
No.
Right, like. Not even richer. Lack of support, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Like nothing. That's some bullshit. And I think about even with the Al Franken, so we're thinking about bipartisan lines, right? So a Democrat, one of the few Democrats that this has happened to, and through a picture mm-hmm. that he then apologized for, they got his ass out of there so quick that my head fucking spun.
Right.
And there's a whole slew of Republicans, and I don't even care about them. You know who I fucking care about? Fucking Kavanaugh, who's going up to be the motherfucking U.S. Supreme Court Justice, have had two women come forward and say he's done something, but yet they're still moving through the process of him to go to be conferred as a Supreme Court Justice?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I think that is crazy, though.
So again, a senator who took a picture, who said this picture happened, I apologize. It hasn't happened since. No one else has came forward. Mm-hmm. Kicked the fuck out. But someone's been accused of raping, two other women is now about to be conferred as a Supreme Court justice that is a life
lifetime sentence.
A life sentence that has influences on not only our generation but generations to come.
You know they trying to get rid of Roe v. Wade.
Are you serious? What the fuck is going on? And again, I don't want to demean what Alfred, like, he shouldn't have touched that woman titty and took a picture. Right? But he got his consequence. What I'm saying is why the consequences aren't going across the goddamn board.
You know why?
That's what I'm saying. Same with Bill. Bill know what the fuck he did. He got to talk with him and his maker. He got to do his time. But what the fuck? It's a whole slew of white men.
Right.
Who watching This Is Us premiere tonight. Sleeping good.
Right. Weinstein still living good.
And that's what I don't like. And that's what I need the Me Too movement to also be on too. To talk about that. That's a nice little, I don't even know how to say it. Like, that's a piece to the fucking puzzle. Mm-hmm. I don't care what no one said. That is a huge piece to this puzzle.
It is a piece to the puzzle, babe. Like, it's hard, but the system is so fucked up that you even think about that shit. So the Republican Party and all this other bullshit. I think about the guy that was in Alabama.
Yes.
That was like on that fucking horse talking about he
was 14, 15-year-old girls.
And they was trying to vote his ass in, right?
Yeah.
I don't care about none of that shit.
Yeah. Like this, the enforcement of justice is unequal. And that's crazy. Mm-hmm. And it's constantly for like underrepresented populations. And I keep going back. I know Bill did what he had to do. He had to do his time. But where does the rest of the white men that's also in suit? Mm-hmm. What's going on? Any updates? Status report?
Nothing.
And the same thing and I actually more than, that's the Hollywood shit. Fuck it, right? But I'm really, even talking about the government stuff, especially for the Supreme Court Justice. Mm-hmm. The first person come through, okay, right? Of course, you got to go, through your investigation, everything. Yeah. But two people come through. We need to really investigate this, right?
Ain't one of them from Colonizer Valley?
One of them from Colonizer Valley, one of the most expensive cities in the nation, right? So sis ain't looking for no money or a come up.
No.
Right. But even I knew something was wrong when he took such offense when the first person came forward. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, this happened so many years ago. I was 17. But fine, sir. We understand shit happened when you were younger. But again, this is a life term.
Right.
And we need to see if this was a trend in your life, right? And by this one person coming forward, this might spark, and it did, other folks coming forward of some crooked shit you did, sir. This is a thorough investigation. Why don't people understand that? Mm-hmm. Like, so he didn't even respond to right, wait a minute. But even if he would have just acknowledged, like, yeah, that happened, I was 17, right? But then after that, if nothing else came forward, maybe I could have been like, well, okay, right? Mm-hmm. But him getting all feathers riled up and we gonna fight this and these bitches a lie and what? Are you serious? And you're supposed to be the Supreme Court justice, like, and you're supposed to be this just man in due process. Like, where is that at? Like, where's the belief in due process? Like,
there's no due process.
Like, to say, well, if this is what it is, let the process go through.
Right. But it's not. The system is rigged. They all paying for this shit, and we just fucked.
Yeah. Oh, that's why y'all got to vote. We just got this booklet. I don't know what the hell this is. I just got in the mail from California. I got to study the vote.
Yeah, it's about 75 pages long.
What the hell, California? This how y'all voting? I see why people vote straight party.
We got a 75-page document.
I got overwhelmed myself. And, I believe in looking at the referendums and, where we from, it may be 4 on a hard year.
Right.
And usually it's for them schools asking for more money. And usually I say yes.
Get the kids more money.
It's our taxes, fuck it. Right. But this some shit here. We vote on everything from the BART to the geese. I said, what? I have to study for California. I'm a little worried, but going back to that Bill Cosby thing, like, you got to do your time, Bill.
Yes, like I said,
this treatment,
he probably only get 18 months.
But of consequences is not equal
because they're already talking about early release and shit.
I mean, yeah, he probably can go in the house arrest. How old is he? And he 80 and he legally. I
don't care, baby. He gets what he deserves, but I just think with the system, he's not gonna be in there. Everybody wants them.
18 months to kill you.
Everybody wants them to be up in there for 10 years. I think realistically, he might only serve 18 months.
Y'all think he got 10 years?
No, Bill Cosby ain't got 10 years.
I don't like to speak the death angel up.
No, please don't.
I don't want to speak this death angel up.
Mm-hmm.
But when I reflect on the Bill Cosby conviction, it's not the conviction, right? What he did was what he did. But I think about the unfair process across the board. Just as they were on Bill Cosby, they need to be on all these other men. Just as they were on Al Franken, they need to be on the Supreme Court justice and all the other Republican candidates that fell in line.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So just as firm as we were with them, just as Me Too as we were with them, we need to be on all these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That's my pickle with it.
I think so. Lately, I've been listening to the new season of Serial.
Okay.
And this time they are in the Cleveland court system.
Okay.
So like she's going through like so Cleveland is like one of the only places in the United States where you can just go in and just walk into any court and just start recording. Like no problems, no nothing.
Reason.
So no reason, no nothing. So she's like recording like different cases and shit like that. And it really shows like how fucked up the system is.
Yeah.
So one of the things is like even if you like charged with something, like the worst thing you can get. I mean, they said even if you innocence always equals a misdemeanor.
What?
Yes.
What? Hold on. Innocent is a
Innocent is always a misdemeanor. So they're talking about like one of the stories was about this lady. They got into like a bar fight, right?
A bar fight is a misdemeanor?
Let me tell you. Let me finish the story. So it started off like she was new to the area, or her friend went to this bar, and like this dude kept smacking on her ass. This dude smacked her for like 7 times. So eventually,
Jesus,
she goes off on this nigga, and then one of his friends came over there and started fighting the girl. So they get in a fight, and like she said, she fighting for her life and all this other stuff.
Yeah,
eventually,
self-defense.
like there was a police officer that was just getting off duty, and he was using the bathroom there, and he comes in like at the butt end of it, like she fighting for her life. The police trying to break it up. She hit the police in the face.
Oh my God, you know the police be in their feelings.
So that resulted in her having like
police
which is like a class where
felony,
felony and shit like that. So they showed the videos and all this other shit, but when it was all said and done, they were trying to get them to drop the case, but they wouldn't drop it.
The police wouldn't?
They wouldn't drop it, and
even the officer?
They wouldn't drop it.
Oh my God!
So she ended up getting like a misdemeanor or shit like that. But it was just showing like how even when you get in the system, like it's hard for you to even get out, and then it's not until you have the money or if you're part of a family that is a part of the law enforcement system that you're able to get off. Because one of the things one of the judges said is like, is she related to this other judge that has the same last name as her? Mm-hmm. And it's like, no, why did that matter? It's like, never mind. And then eventually the lawyer came back like, yeah, if she was related to him, all the charges would have been dropped. So it just shows like how
the justice system is so fucked up. And like on my end, I'm going through some things like through litigation and stuff. Like I believe I wouldn't have gone this far if I didn't have the money to pay lawyers. Mm-hmm. Like it's real talk. Like you have to have the money.
And I think for
you either
us,
be connected or you have to have the money.
And for us regular folk, like the justice system is set up for us to plead. Yeah. And cop a plea. They don't want us to go all the way through.
They don't want you to go through the process.
No.
Yeah, I agree. That's so sad. Mm-hmm. My goodness.
You shouldn't listen to it because it's triggering for you.
You think?
Yeah, it would be. Don't listen to it.
I get very triggered. Like sometimes I'm pulled in different directions on like where my career can be, right? So after having all these career changes, like, and I love my job, right? I'm so lucky. I probably have one of the best jobs in the world. I work for an amazing company. I have an amazing supervisor. I have amazing direct reports, amazing perks, like blessed. Right. But I think from my previous situation, I don't hold any water to any job. Right. Like at any moment I would pack my shit up and go. And I've been thinking like where energy draws me. And it's something about the justice system that draws me. I don't know what it would be about. Right. Like I'm not saying I would go be a lawyer or a judge or something, but it's like it needs to be some type of advocacy there. Right. Like I feel like I'm always drawn to that. And you know where other field I'm really drawn to? Right. Like counseling and mental health. As far like in communities, especially like Black women in trauma and like validating that and like I feel like very drawn in those two directions. Yeah. Like it feels very passionate. I don't know. I don't know what it would look like. I don't know because I feel like both of those for me, I guess that's my formal training. Both of those will need terminal degrees and I have enough. I don't know. I don't see myself going back and getting any of those type of certifications.
Yeah.
But like those two areas always kind of draw me a little bit to say, when people like wake up in the morning, you can do some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Them two things, especially like the mental health type thing. It's like, oh yeah, I can wake up in the morning and be like, yeah, this is what the fuck I'm gonna do for the rest of my life.
I can dig that.
Do we got some better news? Some positive news. Ain't Rihanna?
Oh, yeah. Riri is now the ambassador of Barbados.
What?
Yeah.
What does that mean? She got the keys to the city.
She got the keys to the city.
I'm sure some people looking at her like, how Riri? What's her name? Robin. How Robin get the keys? Robin shitting on bitches.
Yeah, so she making moves out of there. Yeah, she just got the opportunity to be appointed as Barbados government as an ambassador.
All right.
So I guess what that means is that she can now make decisions for Barbados.
Nice. Oh, shut up. Okay, come on.
As an ambassador, I don't know shit.
Good. That's just good news. Congratulations to her.
Yeah.
We got some more good news. Keep giving me more good news. My energy's off.
I don't know.
David Chappelle and Colin Kilpatrick, right? Kaepernick? What's his name?
I always say Kilpatrick.
You know it's the Detroit Connect.
Kaepernick and Dave Chappelle receives the WEB
Du Bois. Du Bois. Or Du
medal.
Bois. Good for them at Harvard, right?
Yeah.
So what is it? Usually how many recipients are there?
I don't know. I'm trying to read through the article.
I think it's usually 8 recipients, and this is given. They're going to be honored October 11th by the Hutchins Center for African and African American Research at Harvard. The medal honors those who have made significant contributions to African and African American history and culture, and more broadly, individuals who advocate for intercultural understanding of the human rights in an increasingly global and interconnected world. Air quote, the Hutchins Center says. Mm-hmm. So, of course, Kaepernick got this from, he was formerly with the 49ers. He took a stand. He ain't for y'all bullshit. He fucking sued the NFL. He's going to win that lawsuit. Mm-hmm. Y'all know that, right? Like, they're going to drag this out for years.
Yeah, but he's going to win it.
But he's going to fucking win it. And I cannot wait to see all the coins he get and what he's going to do with it. I support him. And then also got David Chappelle, a comedian, writer, producer who has appeared on many, many movies and hosted many shows. That's what I was wondering. I think Dave Chappelle has done stuff. I think he's moving silence type of G. Mm-hmm. But I have heard he's been doing a lot of philanthropy lately. Other honorees include Kenneth Chenault. I think that's how you say his name, Chenault. Mm-hmm. He's the chairman and managing director of the General Catalyst. Shirley Ann Jackson. No. Mm. The president of the Resler Polytech Institute. Then you got Pamela Joyner, founder of Avid Partners. And then you got Florence Lady as an author. Then you got Brian Stevenson, founder and executive director of the Equal Justice Initiative. Oh, that Equal Justice Initiative is the shit. Mm. That's with whatchamacallit, right? Mm-hmm. I think that's with Google and like their lynching.
Oh, yeah.
He's sickening. He should have been made front page news about this. And then artist Keontae Wiley. So it's good. Like that's exciting. Good for you, Harvard. Harvard always sneak through the back and providing somebody with something.
Yeah, that's what's up.
All right, you want to do like quick kitchen table talk, or we gonna wrap it on that?
Yeah, let's do a kitchen table talk.
Okay.
So we got one from Clueless in Colonizerville.
Okay.
And it says, first let me start by saying I absolutely love your podcast.
Thank you.
And since I've started listening, I haven't missed an episode. Nyambi, you are like my sister in my head. Mm-hmm. And Niram, you're the cool brother-in-law that keeps it real. I've been debating on whether or not to email you guys for advice, but after the last episode 180, mm-hmm. I felt compelled to.
Yeah.
First, let me start by saying I love my job, and I've been with the company for 5 years.
Yeah.
Working my way up, of course, and for the first time in my position where I truly feel like I am able to grow and not only be provided opportunities to showcase my talents, mm-hmm. but also be recognized for my abilities, attributes to my team. I work in corporate, Colonizer Valley, and I'm aware of all the things that come along with that. However, I work in a particular group of white men. I work with a particular group of white males that definitely feel privileged.
Of course.
Though we are all working towards becoming partner, I am the only one that comes in early, stays late, volunteers to take on additional assignments, engage with mentorship programs, and show initiative and true dedication to the team. Not to mention, I am the most tenured on my direct team. You got it, sis. You killing the shit. Yet some of my colleagues feel as if they are more qualified simply because they are white males.
Yeah, that's how they raised.
Never said verbally, but always said in actions. So much so that when I step up to take on initiative on assignments that no one wants to take on, here they come trying to step on my toes and outshine me. Only when partners are looking and after the grunt work is done. White.
That's they call. That's they.
White going white.
Exactly.
You like that? Hey, motherfucker, this is my shit.
Yeah. You got to start using that against. Have them take that grunt work, and then you flip it. Like, oh, since I'm more tenured, I would love to mentor you through this process. So what I can do the lead sponsor, and you do the rest. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Anywho, that is the latest, least of my problems.
Okay.
Like I said, I know how to deal. I know how to deal.
Yeah.
My issue is with the other black women that I work with.
Ciao.
More so, two partners that are really rooting for me to win, though they've taken me on as mentors and want to see me succeed. I often feel as though my emotional and mental stability doesn't matter at all. When they are giving me advice on how to deal with certain issues, I'm often told to allow them to do whatever and just focus on the goal at hand. Never really advices on how to navigate these situations successfully. For instance, one guy made a rude comment jokingly about my weight and how black women tend to be overweight and consider it thick, after I firmly yet professionally, of course, told him how that's a HR issue. I would not be tolerated with such disrespectful comments. He went to one of the partners and told them I cussed him out, and I went off on him.
Oh, see, right there, you got to get him with comments like, I didn't know you were so versed in the black community. Please tell me about your speech.
Sit your white ass down somewhere,
like,
Tommy.
you almost got to play the dozens. Well, I never knew you were so versed in black women issues. Like, sometimes you got to hit them in the... Go ahead.
You got to actually hit me in the throat.
I literally hit them in the throat. Like, sometimes you got to hit them white boys in the throat. Yeah. I'm sorry, I done got comfortable. I keep reading deeper.
As a result, my mentors asked if I actually done such a thing, and even implied maybe I sister girled it and rolled my neck and my eyes while correcting him, and should have considered how fragile ego might have taken it. Never mind the fact that they never seen me sister girl anything, and I don't even use those type of mannerisms in a public setting. Yeah, you use that for the crib.
Please, I use it at work.
Oh, Naomi uses it at work.
Yeah, I do.
If you guys could please give me advice on how to manage and maneuver through the the Steve and Samuel L. Jackson and
Jacob, why that nigga got that boots, that nice jacket on? Why that nigga on that horse?
Why that nigga on that horse? In Colonizer Valley, I greatly appreciate it. Like Naomi always say, white people go white. But what about strong black women that turn a blind eye to it or succumb to it all in the name of getting ahead and expect others to do the same? Sorry for a long email. I tried to keep it to Naomi.
That's a heavy one. It's bullshit, right?
I go to HR and make a formal report.
Okay, Nero. I mean, that is an option, right? If you're going to play flyer with flyer, right? That's the way to get them to shut up. That is an option, but you got to decide what you want your end goal to be. And like, she kind of like her job, right? You know, it's different ways to navigate through this, right? But it's so much to unpack. And like, what's your mentor say? Like, I think there are issues that you just let it be. But I don't think that's every single issue. I think sometimes mentors don't do a good job of saying, you know, this is for this situation, yes, to that situation, no. Kind of what Sis was saying. Like, it's different ways how you'll navigate through. But some stuff you do let go, and some stuff you you got to be firm on and what you're doing. What were you about to say now?
No, if you feel like it's an HR problem, I went to HR, but there's probably gonna be some repercussions about that. There's gonna be some blowback because that might shake the table and might fuck up some shit you're trying to do. I think what the mentor should have did was explain more about it and become an advocate. So
the mentor should have stepped in and handled that situation for you. Actually, like I see myself. I think of as, of course, I'm not on a high level. I'm in management, honey. So my direct reports are junior. Like if this happened, like sometimes it happens to, like, it's junior Black women who aren't on my team that I mentor, and they'll tell me about different things that's going on in their area. It's my job as my mentor to then intervene on their behalf. Right? So that's me then reaching out to to be like, hey, I heard X, Y, and Z, and this is happening. What the fuck is going on? Right? And because I'm at a place of power at the table, I have a voice to do that. Right? So to make change and to move forward, you have to have a voice at the table and move forward. That's the tricky part. No, but I'm unpacking a lot of this. Some other stuff that I'm thinking about is this. I see the stuff that and we're gonna break through this email. But I see the stuff that you're talking about, all the things you do. Is all that necessary to get the promo? Like, does that, I'm being funny now. I'm really shaking the tables now because I think this is in all fields, but I think to academia, right? To get tenure, you focus on what? Publications
and presentations.
And what else is maybe the 5% of it? Service to the community, mentoring, all that other bullshit is secondary, right? So I would make sure, use your mentors to make sure you're in line with that type of shit. So make sure you're in line for even what you're supposed to be doing for your promo. Does that make, I don't know why that stood out to me, because I feel like Black women, we always doing extra at work.
I would say just Black people in general. Like sometimes we take on.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, but I think sometimes we take on the shit that's a little bit more exciting for us. So, like, doing the community service.
And not that you can't, but make sure that other stuff.
Like, immersing ourselves into that stuff because, like, that just sits well with us, right?
Yeah.
Versus going and doing the shit that's more relevant to our promo. So,
yes.
Getting publications, presentations, grants, and shit like that. You're like, well, shit, I'd rather mentor some people. And I wonder, I'm just thinking, like, what if the situation is going on?
Yes.
Like, she's volunteering for shit, but, she volunteering for shit.
That's low impact.
Yeah, it's low impact, low hanging fruit, but also it probably just sits
to them, right? Like, I'm sure it has a great impact, right? But in their white eyes.
Yeah, in their white eyes, it's low impact. Like, you're doing this project, but
low impact.
It's low impact.
And then the white boys come do this stuff where you be like, well, that's what we supposed to do, and then they move forward. So like I'm stepping through because your job should always be to get your promo or to make partner or whatever it's going to be, so you then can be in a place of power and have change and influence. Like that's where we really need you to be. So I think when using those mentors, I don't know if I would rely on them as an emotional support, because they might not be that tight, right? They might be the old school respectability politics types of girls, and that ain't your job to change them. I think it's very important for you to recognize where they are and what role they play in your mentorship. And I think in this piece of mentorship, I think that's what I would rely on them for. Like, what does it look like for me to get to my next level, and using them as advocates to do that. And then even being strategic. Oh, see how these white boys is coming in, and when she's talking about they come in when the grunt work is done, you need to start shifting the whole way you go about different projects.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I get to the point where, you got to be like a mediocre white man and start volunteering other people to do projects. I do that all the time. I was like, oh, this seems like an interesting project. So-and-so, why don't you work on this? I can run lead on it. And since I've been here longer, I'll help mentor and flesh it out at the end. Mm-hmm. What the fuck? What it goes in team? I ain't doing that shit.
Right.
Like, it's those little moves where you almost dictating the table on what people need to do. So like those types of things, the little tweaks that I would make, and when I'm doing different types of work, because I won't be doing that type of stuff, right? You need to be at the point where you're running lead on this, and not doing all the details, right? You're the one that's fine tuning to get to the next step.
Right. You reviewing their ass.
Yeah.
So.
But no, I want to make sure I'm getting to the actual question. How do you navigate through it? I think you have to find out who your allies or your advocates are, and realize that sometimes they are your skinfolk ain't your kinfolk.
Nope.
Does that make sense? Right. Sometimes you got to find the other person. It might be another white person in there to see who's the advocate and who's an ally in there. Like, I think that's the work you're going to have to do. Because that's their tribe that you're going to have to find.
See, I think you're better at this because, you know, you've been more into like this colonizer stuff. Usually for me, like, all my work is, like I say, most of the time I don't work from home. Like most of my positions are like work from home type shit. So I usually ain't got to deal with this shit. Like I just send them an email. But yeah, like dealing with these white folks and shit like that. That could be.
Yes, I'm going to say get a therapist, but for her to be like she's looking for tips, you have to find your tribe. You have to find because believe it is other people that these motherfuckers rub the wrong fucking way.
Right.
You are not alone.
Y'all need to team up and take them bitches down.
Boom. So you have to find out who are your allies and advocates in here. And once you do that, you all then have to tag team together to be advocates for each other at the table to address this shit, right? So we're talking about how do we address shit and bring it down. That's how you do it, right? So you found your white ally advocate. So when they say shit like that, you're not the one speaking up, right? That's when your ally and your advocate step up and say something. And just like when the douchey white boys are going to say something else inappropriate, probably about LGBTQ or maybe moms or some shit, age, right? That necessarily doesn't highlight you or trigger you as much. That's when you then become the ally and advocate and stand up, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's how you have to navigate that space to knock them down, to avoid getting the sister girl, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of stuff you have to do to be successful, and it helps with your mental health too. Like it helps keep you sane.
And if you can't find an ally and advocate, find your worst enemies. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yep. I always say number one, find an ally advocate, because it's got to be somebody in that office who every time they speak, they die inside.
But if that don't work, find an enemy.
Find their enemy
and team up with their
and
ass.
become their enemy's best friend.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's so political.
It is. Work is always fucking political.
Yeah, but now you need to be, sis, you need to be on the train to become the boss.
Yes.
Like, I need you this year, because you've been there for 5 years. What do you have? What is your timeline to become the boss?
Right. What you got to do?
And what are you missing that you ain't the boss yet? Because 5 years and millennial years is a long ass time not to be the boss yet.
5 years.
It is.
It's almost like dog year.
5 years and millennial, because my junior report's 23, talking about how I'm gonna promote. Bitch, what you gonna run? Well, my job. Take it. I love to do yours. Right. So I think that needs to be your priority. Like, how do you get room at the table? Like, how do you get through that? But find it either your allies or advocates, tag teaming, supporting each other, not giving them any breath, right? You know what I'm saying? Whenever they come with bullshit, tag teaming. Like, when I used to work at my other job, you know, I was supportive. I had other, like, women of color, but even the folks were advocates. Like, we would get together in tag team meetings. So when people be on stupid shit, they think it's coming from me. Oh, it's coming from so-and-so, right? And if it ain't coming from, even just be a look of confusion. And then asking them the question, right? You know what I'm saying? Get they ass good. You know what? Oh my goodness, I done got riled up. It's a way to go in there and pick they work apart.
Yeah.
So good that they don't ask no more motherfucking questions.
A damn thing.
It's a way to say, come for me if you want again. I'm trying to think of other tips. You got to see a counselor. I hope you have a counselor. I hope you have a counselor and a therapist. You need it to survive. If you work in a predominantly white, any type of workforce, make sure you see a counselor and a therapist. Yeah. But it's huge. You got to find your allies. You got to find your advocates. You got a tag team. If you don't got them, find the enemy of your coworkers. Tag team with them. But it's all about the support system. And even if it's not within your own team, like finding other folks within your organization, right? Like, these are the folks that keep you sane. These are the folks that help you navigate the different instances. Because the thing is, you're going to need someone there when shit hit the fan again. Like, whether he was talking about that overweight and thick, I would have cussed him the fuck out. You good? You better than me, sis. Like, because I probably would have gave him the sister girl. I told you I would have started with, so you're versed in Black women. That's just a thing you like. Tell me your experience. Like, I would have had him break this down, because that's how you get white people. You can constantly say, "What do you mean by that?" That's how you don't got to check them, honey. You just got to say, "Well, what do you mean by that? Can you help me to understand when you mean that? What was the sentence when you said Black women tend to be overweight and consider themselves thick? What do you mean by that?" And when you explain that, I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to comprehend what you thick. What do you mean by thick? Get them uncomfortable.
Right.
Oh my goodness. That'd be my favorite thing. I go at least 6 questions deep. Oh, you say near, I'm getting upset. I keep cutting them off. But I'm just trying to like be in the moment of what I would say.
I forgot, baby. Continue.
But as a man, what do you think about that? Like, he fucking tried it with that.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah. Like I said, you got to do some Game of Thrones on this ass. You got to take his ass down.
I mean, that's an option too. Like, I don't know if that was what you wanted to do, but it is an option to go to HR.
Yeah.
Or it's completely an option to be like, hey, Johnny, you want to have some coffee? and saying, I'm seeking to understand what's going on, but if this happens again, I would hate to have to escalate this to HR.
Right.
It's completely okay. That's a power move too.
Take his ass out the coffee off campus and cuss his ass the fuck out.
Okay, not Neil. Because he gonna record it. Don't do that. But that's an option too. But I want to validate you and say, yes, it's very hard. And the only reason that I survived this long is because I had a community of support. Because honestly, I know we're talking about escalated to HR, but you almost have to be prepared for HR not to do shit either.
Right.
And that's the sad part. And I think that's even more disheartening.
Right. And then you got to take it to EEOC.
And then they ain't going to. And then you got to get a lawyer.
You got to get a civil rights lawyer. Fucking up all your damn paper.
And when you should be getting promo, right? But I don't agree. The mentor should have been more supportive. The mentor, if they had any leeway or power, they should have stepped in. There's a lot of times that I've stepped in and not even saying names, but talking to other folks to be like, what's going on with this? Yeah. I'm sorry you're going through this. Do y'all have any tips or tricks that y'all can give the listener? But you're not crazy. If you have other issues that come up, let us know and we can problem solve with you in the moment. But I love asking questions. I go at least 6 questions deep and play stupid like they do.
Pull a knife on that nigga.
What? Shut up, Nero. Find allies, find communities, find his enemies. Yeah. I'm sorry, sis, but it's hard. It's very hard, right? I'm trying to think of any other way. But get to promo. Like, I know that wasn't your question for us.
The best revenge is to get your paper.
Yeah. Get your promo and become a seat at the table and become a voice of power.
And then when you become promo, make his life a living hell.
Yeah. Yeah. Because even like at my little, shut up now. But even being at my little table of power, like I've noticed the influence that I've had already. And I haven't even really shook the table so I wanted to. I've only pulled a chair out. And I've seen just little comments I've said how much it has, because a lot of times the folks above don't even really realize what's all going on.
Right.
So I'm sorry you had to go through that, sister.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, that was a good episode.
Yeah.
So as always, to submit your Black Love story, go to blacklovematters.com. To leave us a question for leave us a question for kitchen table.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I know Niram Rap. I'm still processing this letter. We probably still gonna come back to this. Another thing I would say, we might not be going to HR now. Keep track of this shit though. Just in case we decide to. Just in case they cross the line. Keep track of this in a little notepad or online or in Google Doc or something. Keep track of each of these incidents, what happens. Just in case some shit pop off. And you can use us as a reference. Just in case. Do you know what I'm saying? It's all about the paper chase.
It is.
And it's not necessarily that you're going to use it. You're not going to move forward.
But you can prove it, and then you can prove a track record.
Just in case, right? Like, and I'm even thinking with the manager. It might be a thing where you're not asking your manager to escalate it or anything, but saying, I give them a compliment. White people love compliments. I really appreciate, hi, so-and-so. Can I just get your advice on something? I really appreciate how you navigate difficult conversations and, getting people to blah, 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 understand your point of view. Could this stay between us? Thank you. Perfect. Who cares? Right. There's been a colleague I've been having a little bit of trouble with. I feel like we're not communicating appropriately. How best would you go apart that? And of course, they're gonna be like, well, who are you talking to? You'd be like, it's not big, but Johnny
punk ass.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't need you to intervene. I really want to have this conversation. I think we're misled. How would you go about handling it? Right? Like, so I know that's strategic, but just in case Johnny pop off to the left, you're going to have a track record that you talked about it with your manager, and you're going to write down every fucking instance where this motherfucker act crazy. Just in case. Because some shit, like that weight comment is almost crossing the line, but he's tested the water, right? So he's going to do something else stupid. So if he ever crossed that line again, we ready to go. I'm sorry. I just came to my head.
All right.
Keep a record.
Anything else?
No, I'm sorry. I won't cut you off no more.
I'll wait 7 seconds just in case.
Come on, I won't. If I think of something else, I'll think of it in Friday's episode.
Okay. To submit your Black Love story, go to blacklovematters.com. To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email at blacklovematters, that's black with no K, at gmail.com. To leave a comment about anything that we talked about, head on over to our website, blacklovematters.com. We also got SoundCloud, and we got voicemails. We love voicemails, and that's at 508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later. And remember,
love is ever evolving. Peace. That old motherfucker. Colonizers kill me.